Assalamualaikum and good day to Doctor and everyone. Welcome to our Trade Union Group Assignment presentation. First of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Siti Ilyana Hayati binti Said and my matrix number is 2018601806. There are two trade unions that we have selected, which are Kesatuan Ketua Pembantu Tadbir Pendidikan Negeri Sabah (KEPTAS) and Kesatuan Pekerja-Pekerja Sabah Electricity Sendirian Berhad KPPSESB. The first trade union, KEPTAS, will be presented by me, Siti Ilyana Hayati binti Said, and my friend Asna Ibnu. While Nur Izzati Sabran and Muhammad Syarizan bin Geri will be presenting KPPSESB. Trade union in Malaysia are defined in the Trade Act 1959 as a group or an association or a combination of employers and employees working in Malaysia. Trade union is a very important element in industrial relations in Malaysia. It is very important because it functions as an organization that cares for and protects the interests and welfare of its members. The purpose of this trade union is to promote good and harmonious industrial relations between workers and employees in order to improve their economic and social status or increase the productivity of an enterprise. The Trade Union Act aims to regulate trade union activities so that they can expand in a safe and peaceful manner under the Trade Union Act 1959. Trade unions are used as mediators between employees and employer in resolving conflicts that occur or issues related to employment, especially those involving the terms and conditions of service. The history of Sabah Association of Chief Education Administration Assistant (KEPTAS) was registered as union under Section 12, Subsection 1 Trade Union Act 1959 with registration number S118 and established on 6 November 2015. As a result of the conference from Sabah NRD Chief Administrative Assistant Conference Bill 1 2014 on 22nd of December 2014 at Novotel Hotel One Borneo Kota Kinabalu, Sabah. A total of 36 Chief Administrative Assistants were present at the conference. Y.M. Dahlan Mat Yassin was elected as the first president of KEPTAS. The objective of establishment of KEPTAS are to strengthen the relationship between all AKPs in the education sector in Malaysia, to look after the welfare of AKP employees under the Sabah Ministry of Education, to coordinate and present the opinions of membership, to inform and advise members on the implementation of labor laws, and to conduct training for its members and all AKP on topics relating to administration in education. This is the structure of KEPTAS. The president. This is the latest organization structure, which the president is Y.M. Muhammad Amin bin Awang. And the vice president is Rosana binti Saman. The secretary is Mariati binti Kastari. This is the assistant secretary, treasurer, and assistant treasurer. Membership of KEPTAS. Until now, KEPTAS already has a total of more than 300 registered in the association, consisting of the heads of education administrative Sabah. Membership in KEPTAS is open to all AKPs under the Sabah Ministry of Education. There is no automatic membership for all Chief Administration Assistant, except if they have made an application. All the application will be discussed and approved by the highest member of KEPTAS in the meeting of the council member of the KEPTAS Working Committee. After the application is received, each registration. The Council of the Working Committee sets the rate of payment of the initial fee or registration fee before joining the association is RM10 only. RM5 per month will be charged for the following months. However, any increases in fees shall be decided by secret ballot in accordance with Rule 25 of the Trade Union Rules. So that's the end of my presentation. This presentation will be continued by others member. Thank you and see ya.
Assalamualaikum to Dr. Muhammad Chin. Next, I will be present about source of income and expenses of KEPTAS. As we also know, main source of income of KEPTAS is from monthly membership fee. KEPTAS will use this fee for administrative expenses including prosecution or defense of legal proceeding and indemnity payment to members for losses resulting from enterprise dispute. This member also provide dispute and conflict condition between the members and the company, which is does not conflict with the Trade Union Act 1959 or other written law. KEPTAS also provide the payments of allowance to union member due to old age or illness, accident, or loss of employment to their dependents when the members die. Next is the collective bargaining and collective agreement. In the public sector, wages and terms of public service are determined centrally by the statutory bodies and local authority, namely the Public Service Department and the Salary Commission. According to the KEPTAS, the largest employer for government servant is Malaysian government. So for the reason, any request of salary increase or bonuses cannot be requested through the chief administrator or president of any public sector trade union. An increase in the wages in the public sector will lead to the increase of public spending and will result in increase of taxes. No collective bargaining in the union is conducted as it takes into account the impact of labor costing in conducting collective agreement, which affect the quality of productivity and performance in employment. This is also because civil servants are subject to the laws and regulations of the central government. Next is the KEPTAS activity. According to Puan Mariati, their union often meet and hold meetings to jointly in negotiating matters arising and ensuring the rights of civil servants. Among the meetings, they often hold are the general meeting, which is 4 times a year, every quarter, and the annual general meeting. In addition, the union also active in working with QPEX in ensuring the rights of workers in the public sector, especially in Sabah, and more secure and always given priority by employers and the government in the future. The union can carry out activities to increase the knowledge of its member by organizing meetings, seminar, workshop, or courses. The union may publish reading materials and conduct affairs that advance the knowledge of members in matter of enterprise, culture, and society compliance with the requirement of the law relating to the expenditure of members. Next is the challenges and problem arise in the union. First is challenges to the recognition. According to the secretary, the trade unions do various things in improving and demanding workers' rights. The main challenge that the union have to face the recognition of this employee by their organization. Since 2014, several members of KEPTAS union led by the Encik Dahlan have submitted working papers and application in the establishment of this association to the director for permission. However, it was only in 2015 that the union received recognition. Second is the support from the union members also. Union members often meet and holding meetings. However, different free time and varying distance makes many members unable to participate in the meeting or any activities organized by the union. This is added also, it's difficult to pay fee were also one of the challenges in the union. Puan Mariati said it's quite bad to force the payment of fee to all union members because different individual has a different commitment and reason. However, there are some members who pay according to their set of time. Third is a limitation due to the existing legislation and policy. The government itself has introduced the Industrial Relations Act 1967. This act has regulated the relationship between the employers and employee as well as union in resolving that dispute that arise between these three factors. According to public servant, it is obligation to follow government regulation and any civil servant is bound by the legislation that has been enacted. Last is economic downturn. According to Puan Mariati, also KEPTAS has a need to apply for additional allocation fund from the ministry, but due to the economic problem which are not fully stable, the union will not get the fund as requested. Finally, as a result of the financial crisis of the member himself, high existing debt and commitment make it difficult for them and not be interested in joining the union because they cannot afford to pay the membership fee. Lastly is a recommendation for KEPTAS. We would like to make recommendation to KEPTAS in terms of advertising or promoting their union. As the result from interview session with them, mostly KPT and Jabatan Pendidikan Negeri Sabah is not aware or well informed with the existence of this union. Besides that, Keptas should have Facebook page to make it easier for them to update their union latest activities other than only posting to the official website. Other suggestion also is Keptas need to upgrade their website by making it more user-friendly and easier to reach style. Like we can advise them to design the application to provide a membership form online that can be downloaded from the website. In addition, Keptas can articulate proposal to simplify the monthly member collection payment system by establishing a payment system through application or through salary deduction. That's all from me. Thank you. Next will be presented by other three.
Okay, Assalamualaikum and hello everyone. My name is Nurul Izzati Sabran and one of my member is Muhammad Shahrizan bin Gary. Today our group will present of the trade union of KPP SESB, which stands for Kesatuan Pekerja-Pekerja Sabah Electricity Sendirian Berhad. Okay, first thing first is the history of the KPP SESB. So the Sabah Electricity Sendirian Berhad Workers Union was formerly known as the Lembaga Elektrik Sabah, which is LLS, and now is known as Kesatuan Pekerja-Pekerja Sabah Electricity Sendirian Berhad, which is KPP SESB. So the Sabah Electricity Sendirian Berhad Workers Union was formerly known as the Sabah Electricity Board Trade Union and now is known as the Sabah Electricity Sendirian Berhad Trade Union. Next, the registered office of the union is at the headquarters of Sabah Electricity Sendirian Berhad at Wisma SESB, Kota Kinabalu, Sabah. So the meeting place is at the SESB office as well or any place designated by the Working Committee Council. Next is purpose. So our purpose is to find out the activity of the Sabah Electricity Sendirian Berhad Workers Union and also to find out the information about the Sabah Electricity Sendirian Berhad Workers Union. Not only that, also to know how the income and expenditure channels are applied to this union and to know how the union acts as a protector to the employees of Sabah Electricity Sendirian Berhad. Also to know how to deal with trade disputes among employees and the employers. So moving on to the next part, which is the background of the KPP SESB. So the structure of the union consists of 13 top officials of the union, namely the President, Deputy President, Secretary General, Assistant Secretary to the Treasurer General, while 8 members of the highest council. So in this union, there are also a total of 32 members of KPP SESB have been appointed as area chairman. They are appointed by the Council Working Committee. So the role of the area chairman is to represent the employees in each of the respective areas where any issues or problems of the members. Next is the structure of the organization of the KPP SESB. So the president is Mr. Azhar bin Datu Haji Ahmad and the vice president is Mr. Abdul Muttalib bin Jamlin. For the general secretary is Mr. Anwar bin Haji Baki and the general treasurer Mr. Yasin Chong, and for the assistant secretary is Mr. Mulyadi bin Ibrahim.
Assalamualaikum and greetings to our lecturer. My name is Muhammad Shahrizan. Today I would like to present the role of both KPP SESB. Begin with the president. The president is to chair all meetings and responsible for the orderliness and completeness of the meetings, held as well as having a casting vote on all current issues at the time of the meeting except matters involving secret votes. Next is Vice President. The duty of the Vice President is to assist the President in carrying out his duty and to act as President in the absence of the President of KPP SESB. Next is Secretary. Secretary to organize the work of the union in accordance with this regulation as well as to carry out the orders and directives of the general meetings or working committee council. For the sources of income, for the workers union of the SESB regarding of their sources of income and expenses is handling and auditing from the external auditors in the working committee council. This audit is conducted for every financial year of year. where this workers' union of SCSB has no other source of income. It totally depends of membership fees, which are deducted monthly at the rate of RM5. The fee is a welfare benefit and it covers the payment of dependent in the event of a member's death due to old age, injury or loss of job. This workers' union of SCSB is more concerned with the members' well-being. For the collective bargaining, the employee faced a disciplinary investigation who was suspended for 2 weeks during the investigation in the salary cut according to the existing rules set by management. But KPP SSB make it into collective bargaining. His salary had taken should be paid up as usual. Then the union highlight issue of salary payment to the SSB management. If a member of this union is accused of a disciplinary crime, workers' union act as the employee agent in the disciplinary case and fights to ensure that the person is not fired and only receives a small punishment instead of dismissal. Workers' union of SCSB also assists employees who are not members on the basis and help to act as an advocate for employee. For the collective agreement, KPP-SSB has successfully achieved 6 collective agreements from 2008 until 2021. Through this collective agreement, it is clear that the negotiation between the trade unions and the management have succeeded in bringing benefits to the SCSB and bring about a consensus that can provide satisfaction to the employees. Collective bargaining is conducted every 3 years, and the bargaining often reaches a string of consensus from the democratic attitudes practiced by the trade union, KPP-SCSB. Activities that KPP-SCSB doing to attract new employees to join the union. The first activity is induction and the second is dialogue session. For induction is one of the slots where new workers will be given information about their jobs. Other than that, one of the initial steps to provide disclosure about trade union to new employees, the trade union provide information. For the dialogue session is to attract the interest of Sabah Electricity Sdn Bhd employees is to hold dialogue session between the union and the employees. Dialogue session also is so that employees can articulate issues that they feel need the attention of the union president. For the challenges and problem, one of the biggest challenges for the Sabah Electricity Sdn Bhd trade union is the COVID-19 pandemic. This caused many Sabah Electricity Sdn Bhd employees to be infected with COVID-19 and caused a shortage of workers, and some even claimed the lives of Sabah Electricity Sdn Bhd employees. The string of COVID-19 pandemics that caused many Sabah Electricity Sdn Bhd workers to be infected and quarantined resulted in a shortage of workers in carrying out their duties and the beginning of movement control made by the Malaysian government to address the spread of COVID-19 virus in Malaysia. The demand for COVID-19 protection equipment is less and slow to be supplied for the purpose of the operation of Sabah Electricity Sdn Bhd employees, so that the safety of these workers is protected from COVID-19 infection.
So in conclusion, collective bargaining plays an important role in shaping the most satisfactory terms and conditions of employment. So the trade unions are defined as workers' organizations formed with the aim of advancing and defending the interests of workers. So today, collective bargaining rather than individual negotiation is required. So for the workers who are employed by a company may be afraid of being fired if they speak up, which is why collective bargaining is vital. So the existence of trade unions has an impact on how the labor market runs or functions. So to be concluded, the trade unions continue to play a vital role in protecting workers and assisting them in enforcing their legal rights, especially where those rights are disputed or debatable. So the employees will be able to turn to union for advice if they believe the psychological contract between the workers and managers is being breached, and they will be allowed to help workers to renew this contract if required. So that's all for our presentation. Thank you.